your potential. You choose your overall for this game, all the way up to a maxed out 99. Then you pick your badges, all of them. Upgrades are available based on your attributes in each category. So, do you want to max out with a Hall of Fame badge or balance your attack with bronze and silvers? It's up to you. Get familiar with your badges, pick your jump shot, then join the defending champion Raptors to take on the new look Warriors.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Sacramento Kings. For the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. That's 3 straight now in the loss column, but no need to hit the panic button. They're looking to get back on the winning track tonight. And tonight, we'll watch De'Aaron Fox, tremendous speed and quickness, even when compared to other point guards, Shaq.
You know, the point guard position in the NBA is stronger than it's ever been. Irons sharpens irons, so I think it'll be special.
Yes, he's speed, and speed does kill. He's a competitor on both ends of the floor. I love this guy.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Webb, the guard matchup tonight. Plenty of firepower in both backcourts.
This is a guards league now. Maybe the greatest accumulation of guards of all time when you think about what guards and their impact is in this league. And that's what fans love to see. That's what I love to see. Sharp shooting, creative passing, more than a few highlights, the Euro step, breaking ankles, speeding up, the shimmy. Give me all of it. I'll take it.
Let's do it. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Bagley, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. Over Dedmon. Jokic, no good. Now here's Barnes. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Shoots over Barton. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, their opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
Now here's Barton. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Clock at 4. From deep. Barton, no luck. Tries it from the top of the key, and Hield with the basket on the assist by Fox. Hield's got his first 2 points.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
Fox against Murray. It's a very good look and converts.
And Murray's shooting form, exceptional. Whenever the ball is coming off his fingers like that, you just have to assume it's going in.
Now here's Barnes, and the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Fox with it. Now defended by Jokic. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Bagley with the ball. Millsap's there.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Bagley the pass to Barnes.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Murray. Now the pass to Jokic. It's good. This game is all even.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
And Paul Millsap, a four-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court and obviously one heck of a player.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both.
Well, the Kings, they're trying to draft high-character players from winning programs. I mean, that's a good blueprint for their turnaround.
Murray kicks to Harris. Pass to Jokic. Back to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Murray against Fox. Murray, no good. And the Kings, a team bedeviled in the past by chemistry concerns and C-Web diverging priorities. This young group feels, to me, different.
Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully it is a change. They seem to root for each other, and that's something to build on. I mean, I think they have good camaraderie in the locker room, but they're going to have to prove it every night out there. But these young kids are going to be fun to watch if they just go out there, try to get better every day and have fun.
Count it.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. So the Kings call timeout, their first.
Now on the court, your favorite Nuggets dancer. Let him hear it.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Bielitsa comes in for Bagley. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. Holmes kicks to Fox. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And Fox gets it to go.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid. even though he's not the biggest of guys.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Mike Malone gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Here is Porter after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Now, here's Fox. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. A three-pointer is right on target. Bogdanovich has got his first 3 points of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Porter looking it over. And it's Grant in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the paint. Here's Fox. It's Bielitsa, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Morris finds Porter. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Beasley, the pass to Morris. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Porter. Here's Beasley. And the shot is long.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's Ariza. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Sacramento. They lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Trevor Ariza out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the center.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Beasley with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich against Beasley. With the floater, he takes it up and lays it in. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Bielitsa. He's covered by Grant. Bielitsa passes to Fox. Again, Sacramento.
Timeout. And if you give Fox the mid-range area, he'll take it. It's good seeing him improve from this.
Denver calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. Barnes, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Hield subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Now here's Murray. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jokic. And again, Denver no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Fox. He has 6. Pass to Barnes. It's deflected and stolen by Harris. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Murray, no good. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Here's Hield. Gary Harris making his last shot. Hield kicks to Bagley. Now on the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game. Chris, of current players who could eventually become coaches, who would you put in that category? There are a lot of brilliant guys that play this game, think the game through so well.
Chris Paul, Ariza, those guys come to mind for some reason to me. Klay Thompson,
yes,
he comes to mind, and I don't know if it's the personality that I see these guys in, or if it's the way that they approach the game. But those guys come to mind. I definitely can see them taking the game to another level once their playing days are ended.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
First free throw is good.
Well, everybody knows he's a talented guard. He's a deadly scorer. He can get hot in a hurry.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Fox against Murray. Shoots over Fox. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Hield the pass to Bagley. Down low. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's Jokic. His last outing, 16 points for him.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Takes the 13-footer. No good there. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Shout my town, shout my tropes, shout my joke, make my chain look like a look. Come get it. I done made it out the door. I done finally found a way to make the loop. Link up all my in my joke, yeah. Link up, pull my yeah, they link up, go do some, think up, all this lit, we might lit, call my shit, stop and start again. Cause you sweet, like gold. Hanging out with you is a no. Hanging out with you is a no. Cause you sweet, yeah. Sabaze, Wayaze, run it up. All this, bag it up. Then come right away when I ask who been. Ain't trying to argue with you, I'm trying to figure who you with.
Beasley's checked in for Will Barton.
And here's some numbers on Fox, how he performed last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Year one, he had to kind of find his way, but he seems poised to make some big strides here in his sophomore season.
Well, the team wants him to carve out a larger role for himself. But talent-wise, he's definitely got it in.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. 5th, Jamal Murray.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season, never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Down low, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Sacramento leading by 5. Fox kicks to Barnes. Sacramento again missing.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Now here's Murray. To the middle. Here's Beasley. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. On the wing, Barnes. Back to Fox. And it's sent back by Jokic. And he's able to get it back. And again, the turnover by the Kings. Now Murray. That will count. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Dave Yeager, Coach, how do you keep up the defensive pressure and slow down their offense?
We got to just try to keep them in front of us and shoot jumpers, and then no second chances.
Rebounding is your team's strength. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Sacramento came out looking very confident. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
The Denver skyline looking absolutely gorgeous tonight as we return to the Mile High City. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Martin and Millsap at the small and power forward spots. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Shot clock at 6. Here's Barton on the mark with the 15-footer. Barton's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Nuggets. Fox against Murray. Healed outside. Passes to Barnes. Millsap with the steal. Here's Barton. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now, here's Dedmon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Murray against Fox. To the inside. 5 on the clock. Murray for 3. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. And a change for Sacramento. Holmes checked in. The Kings trailing. Healed with it. He has 6. 90 seconds now into the second half. It's good. Heald's got 8 points. NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving, but C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better, but as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you call them to play.
I love your honest appraisal. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver. Porter comes in for Will Barton. And a change for Sacramento. Ariza's checked in. And Harris drops them both.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So it'll be Marvin Bagley shooting. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all three levels.
One shot.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
Now, here is Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Porter. Here's Jokic. Denver keeps it going, a new 24-second shot clock.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, fellas, a putback like that is always a big swing. Not just in terms of points, but the momentum, too.
And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Here's Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Hield.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
The first free throw is good. A different look for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Jokic, and it's Beasley in for Porter. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Buddy Hield. And Harris drops them both. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Fox kicks to Bogdanovic. Ariza passes to Bielitsa. Back to Ariza. Morris against Fox. And the pass to Holmes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Here's Plumlee. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. The 6'11 Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. His mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Harris. That's good from Plumlee. The Kings have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Ariza outside. Millsap with the steal. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Well, yeah, guys. I mean, in a close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Lock at 6. Here's Ariza. That one doesn't drop. Plumlee with some nice D. The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris outside. Beasley outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Beasley's got 7 points.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. And the Kings also making a change. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Fox against Murray. Will it go? And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Grant. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Sinks the three-pointer. Bielitsa's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, you love it when the big fella shows off his ability from beyond the arc.
Beasley outside. Denver passing it around. Murray kicks to Millsap. Pass to Beasley. 4 on the clock. And he drops that one in. Beasley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. And here is Fox. Here's Barnes. Hits the outside fadeaway. Barnes has got his 2nd bucket of the night. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Nuggets on top, up by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. MyLeague is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Barnes in at the 3. Now, here's Fox. Shot clock at 5 over Murray. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Fox.
A huge fan of Fox's shot selection. Doesn't force anything. One reason why he's such a high percentage scorer.
Barnes against Barton. Murray outside. And it's Barton that time on the assist by Murray. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Kicks it to Barnes. Over Grant. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Barnes.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Jokic has checked in for Jeremy Grant. Then for the Kings, Bagley, he's checked in for Bielitsa. And it's Buddy Hield in for De'Aaron Fox. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
For Sacramento, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Bagley. Bogdanovich looking around. 6 on the shot clock.
And Millsap with the focus there defensively, just stretching out to bother the shot.
Barnes against Barton. Pass to Jokic. Millsap down low. That one, no good. The Kings trailing. And Bogdanovich kicks to Barnes. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
Here's Beasley. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Jokic, he's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
They've got an effective passing big man in Millsap. He does a lot for their chemistry.
Pass to Bagley. Hield against Murray. Now here's Heald. He's tightly guarded over Murray. Misses off the right iron. The Nuggets shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Beasley, the pass to Murray. Back to Beasley. Here's the three. Sacramento grabs the miss. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Barnes finds Heald. Clock at 6. To take the lead. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Jokic. And now a 4-point Nugget lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray against Fox. There's the pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. 6 to shoot. And there's the feed to Dedmon. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in? What's up? Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Millsap left side. It's stolen by Bagley. 3-on-3. And stolen by Murray. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Again, the Nuggets score.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Yeah, and at this stage, that's just what you need to do. You got to get those high percentage looks.
Now here's Barnes. Shoots over Barton. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Nuggets leading by 3. Pass to Murray. Jokic with it. Shoots it up. Tries again. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings.
Your Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Barnes. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Here's Jokic. They grab their own miss. Millsap.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Healed the pass to Dedmon. Here's Fox. Feeds it to Barnes. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument can be made for either case.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're in front by 3. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Seven seconds left to play here in the fourth, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
no choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Oh, well, they can breathe easy now thanks to those free throws. They won't have to sweat this one out.
Fox kicks to Barnes. From deep. Off on that one. So the Nuggets win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.